Now, to provide us some analysis on the most recent developments in Lebanon, joining us is Paula Yacoubian, a member of the Lebanese Parliament, joining us from Beirut. Welcome to the programme. How important is Nabi Berri's call for a presidential election session on January the 9th today? How important is it for Lebanon's political stability?
It's long overdue. This was supposed to be 2 years ago. He was calling for some sessions. However, they were, there was no president because there was no quorum. And those who were, doing this are his party and Hezbollah mainly, and their allies. So hopefully this time there will be a president. It's crucial for Lebanon to have a president, to have working institutions, to have a government that is able to work with all the responsibilities right now. I don't need to remind you, I think Lebanon is going through its worst financial meltdown, worst economic crisis. And in the midst of that, this unnecessary, useless war that destroyed what was left in the country. So Lebanon needs to have a president, a cabinet, a government, and it needs to restore its credibility in the world.
And with Israel continuing military activity in southern Lebanon, how does Lebanon balance security concerns with the needs of its displaced citizens?
Well, most of these displaced citizens, the civilians, they went back to their homes, to their towns, as from the first minutes of the ceasefire. Now, obviously, Israel is keeping its military. We have 58 more days for this, for the full withdrawal of the Israeli forces. There is some problems happening today and yesterday, but I think all parties have the interest of keeping this deal up and running and working. So I think they will keep their promises, their commitments, and Iran, who is also a huge player in Lebanon, is apparently also for the deal. Otherwise, Hezbollah wouldn't accept it. So till now, every day we are discovering also new new clauses about this deal. It's not just what's written. There is apparently more than the paper that was leaked. There's more than that. One of these conditions is also having a president in these within these 60 days, and that's why it was on January 9 of next year. So I hope that things are going in the right direction. However, it's also not sure how things will unfold. Will it be still? There's a possibility that things will go wrong. Always there's something that might go wrong, especially with Netanyahu and with all these countries that are really trying to influence Lebanon and the political parties here. So it was never really a war between Israel and Lebanon. It was always a war between Iran and Israel, but it was happening on Lebanese soil. Unfortunately, Lebanon is still the battlefield for these countries, and I hope this time we'll have some stability for a while.
Absolutely, a proxy war being carried out on Lebanese soil. Does Hezbollah have a plan to transform into a political party? And if so, how important would that be, and what difference would that make?
I don't think that Hezbollah is willing from its own free will to be just a political party. They were used since 82, since officially they were there in 85, but their first operation started in 82. Since then, Hezbollah was always its military wing was so important, and it gave them leverage. It gave them all this influence. They were able to to uh, to do their fear mongering all the time because of having disarmed. It won't be easy to disarm Hezbollah. This is something that we've called for years and years. And now again, it's not the 1701 that is going to disarm Hezbollah. It's 1559. That's why the Lebanese people should call for the full implementation of 1559. And it should be somehow also the international pressure on Iran should continue so it can really accept to disarm Hezbollah. Because you have to remember, these arms are Iranian arms. And Hezbollah was fighting the fight in Lebanon, not only for the Lebanese and for their safety and stability. It was also somehow, it was a front line for Iran. And it was very obvious during this last war that we are fighting for the Iranians on Lebanese soil. So this is a very tricky question. Would they keep the arms, northern Litani, for I don't know when, or the deal will be reached and it will include also no arms in Lebanon? And this will be an opportunity for Lebanon to regain its stature as a fully independent and sovereign state.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Paula Yacoubian, a member of the Lebanese Parliament, joining us from Beirut. Thank you very much for joining us on the program.